In the news today, it's been revealed that a quarter of women are saving nothing for their retirement. The pensions report by Scottish Widows found that just 47% of British women are on track for a comfortable retirement, compared to 59% of men. So how much do we plan for our futures, Ms. Nolan?
Every day.
Do you?
Yeah. And I swear to God, I'm not waiting till I'm 65. No, I mean, at the moment, you know, I'm really working really hard, as you know, like every day, and all of it is so that I can get that, hopefully, touch wood, one day have that lifestyle where I can just have a nice life. I don't want to be multi-millionaire. I do want to be multi-millionaire, but that isn't what I'm planning. But just a comfortable life for me and my family where I can just go, take it easy. And I want to do it, hopefully, when I'm still young enough with the kids, and also for me and Ray to go off. I'd love to
enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I'd love to have like a holiday home somewhere. And
yeah,
so I do think about the future.
I do too. I think there is a danger, isn't there, of if you sort of work for the future, you sort of forget to live in the day. So I try and kind of keep an eye on that. But yeah, I think I wish I'd been much more sensible when I was younger.
Buying things now or treating
or enjoying
ourselves,
yourself.
Yeah.
But I wish I'd been a bit more sensible when I was younger. My husband's in the financial world, as you know, and the way that he saved his money and invested his money when he started out, and he wasn't earning a great deal of money compared to what I did with it, we were sort of roughly the same. And where we are as adults is completely different, because he's been very sensible and done the smart thing. And
yeah, but I did though. When I was in my 20s, I started a pension, but I was sold a pension, and it's just worthless. You know, I stopped putting into it. And then I got another one. I was sold another one in my late 30s, and I kept putting into it, and then, you know, eventually I get all these statements annually. They just seem to be going down. And even though, you know, I probably put quite a lot of money into them, I've stopped now. It still comes back and says, oh, and when you retire, when you're 60, you're going to be getting 30 pence a year, or something like that. Do you know what I mean? You get a lump sum of 300 quid and 30p.
So have you not then? Have you not thought about the future?
No, I've stopped. No, I've made provision. You know, I've invested in my flat.
Buying a flat, aren't you? Than having a pension. But look, most people in this country, women especially, we're the first people to get the elbow in recessionary hit times, because, you know, if you're a cleaner or a dinner lady or any of these jobs, you rely on your husband. It says, the statistics say men have 59% of men have a pension. Well, of course they do. They're in kind of employment that puts pension in. A lot of women do jobs that don't come with pensions, and you're reliant on a bloke, and in this day and age I wouldn't be reliant on a bloke. I wouldn't be reliant on anybody. But the trouble is, how do you make ends meet? You know, how do you find that money to put away for a pension? And at the end of the day, I agree with you, pensions as per se, I never had a pension as an actress, but I bought my flat and I've hung on to that. And again, though, unless you've got loads of money and can afford to sit on property at the moment, that's not been good, but in the long term it will come back round again.
But so it's the uncertainty of not knowing, you know, when you're going to go. that's my problem, you know, because I would you know, I'd love to know. I'd love to have a little date so that I could then I could work it out. You know, I could sell everything and then I'd know.
Put underwear on.
Well, but I do anyway. I don't need to know about that to wear that.
Longer and longer. We're all living longer, so we're all going to have to find money to support ourselves much longer.
And that's the trouble.
If you knew, you could budget, couldn't you?
I can't stress enough, as the oldest person on this panel, that you really don't think it matters when you're 20. Of course you don't think it matters. And you think, well, when I'm old, will it matter? Well, I won't even notice when I'm old. You know, I'll be in a home, or I'll have my state pension. You can't live off your state pension, you know. And
what are you planning for yours, by
the way? Well, the thing is, of course, I've got this. I'm a bit like you, actually. I'd quite like to know in one sense, but I think, well, I reckon if I keep myself going, I do have this dream of never retiring exactly, but having a place inside. I don't want to be old here. I want to be old in the sunshine somewhere. But I have got this little secret thing that when I get to 70, I'm going to take up the red wine again, and nobody will know whether I'm an alcoholic or I've got dementia.